Hey, everybody, it's Alexis with Create Your Future. I am back. Happy Monday. I'm so excited, you guys, about this video because today I'm going to talk about manifesting for anything, manifesting for an SP, manifesting for something that you think is unique to you, because I've gotten some comments and videos, and just like how do we use the mind more to our advantage, just some basic tips, okay? So before I get started, like always, just a reminder that the links to booking one-on-one coaching and all of my courses are in the box below. Please like, comment, share, drop a line, say hello, tell me something in the comments, you guys. It'd be so fun. Okay, so let's talk about how you create your reality and how I have seen people create and recreate things themselves, relationships, money, weight loss. Also, if you want to change how your physical body shows up in your physical reality. Okay, now the thing that is the missing component to everything is, as we know, the power of the mind and mindset. Now, the thing that I noticed and that I've noticed and I notice now in a lot of social media and a lot of self-help posts, stuff, if you're looking online, is that everyone knows that mindset is key. Okay. Everyone knows that you have some kind of influence over things. But the biggest thing and the easiest thing to do is a mental diet. Now, yeah, is that basic? I think it's basic, but then it's like the missing component to everything, you guys. So like your mind and your thoughts create everything. So whether you are manifesting for something that is unique, something special, or whether, and something that you think is out there that is something that nobody else has done, or you're in a situation, in a relationship that is unlike everyone else's, right? Because I hear that a lot, and I've gotten a lot of comments about that in videos. Or whether you're just manifesting for your body to be different, hot, sexy, handsome, whatever it is, or you're manifesting for a specific person, or you're manifesting for more money, or like I'm currently doing a lot of manifesting for our house remodel. Whatever it is, it's up to you, the thoughts you're thinking, the meaning you're giving to things, and the story you are telling yourself. That's it. It really comes down to that. And is it basic? Yes, it is. But it's like the missing component to everything. So like if you're walking around saying, mindset's everything, my mind creates, my brain is doing this, my mind is doing this. You guys, no, it's not. Only if you allow it, right? Only if you allow it. The thoughts that you're thinking create the assumptions you have, the beliefs you have, the story you're telling yourself, and then you project it out into your reality. Now, isn't that so exciting? Because it means that you can change anything, because everything is empty and meaningless. Nothing has one inherent meaning, and nothing means anything at all, right? It really doesn't. It comes down to you, your model of the world, and how you look at things. So I'm going to talk about that today. Also, just got like an idea for that. Okay, so let me get to the success story that will quickly sum this up. All right, here we go. Dear Alexis, thank you so much for your laughs, your smiles, and all of your kind-hearted jokes about manifesting in our coaching sessions over about 4 months. I can honestly say now that things with my specific person are at a whole new level. They are changing, they are evolving, they are growing. We are getting closer and closer, and we have defined the relationship. He brought up the relationship talk. He is doing so many things for me, and everything is changing in my physical 3D reality. You touched upon it so quickly and so easily when you said, okay, you're doing a bunch of manifesting things. Now, this is in parentheses. You're doing a bunch of manifesting things. You are imagining, you are doing some sort of affirmations. You're doing all these things, but they're all from the perspective that you're still the one doing things for him. And it sounds to me like you want him to do things for you. End quotations. And then she said that was a light bulb moment, because she realized that in all of her conscious creation and her conscious manifesting of things with this man, her man, that she had been doing it all from the perspective and the idea that she had to do it. She had to figure it out. It was her reality. She had messed it up. And she realizes now that was also a bunch of blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, and then she goes on, there's some personal information. And then thank you so much. I can't thank you enough for all of your guidance and for really steering me in the right perspective and helping me understand what all of this really means, that nothing has no meaning, that everything is within my control. And it's really about the story that I'm telling myself about things day to day, moment to moment. XOXO. See you in our next session. P.S. I also want to tell everyone that I thought that this all had to happen overnight. It did begin to happen like overnight and in really quick timing, but so many events happened that led me to that final relationship talk and what actually happened. PSS. You're the best. Thank you so much, XO. Okay. So you guys, now this is the thing. Oh, now I'm going to use this client as an example, and then also some comments and questions I've gotten and people that have said things to me like, does anybody have my situation, Alexis? I feel like I'm the only one. What I want to manifest is so unique to me and so different. There was a person who had wrote a comment, and you know who you are. You said you watch all my videos and you never miss one. So I'm intending that you watch this and that you don't miss this one either. And that you had written a comment in my last video about your interests being too PG-13. Okay. Now they're right there. You're in or trying to keep it PG-13. That was okay. And there was a story and I figured it out. I had to read it like 3 times in this comment. Sorry that you guys, I do not have the person that wrote the comment like to free associate here. I'm pretty back to back with clients. Like I said, our house remodel and Logan being a year and a half and trying to keep him away from all of the exposed nails in the house after it got demolished. Okay, it's a whole other topic, but you guys, so that person had written, can you do a video that's something about my situation because I want X, Y, and Z, and I want this and this and this. It's non-traditional, pretty much like wanting someone for a relationship that doesn't want commitment, that wants to have a good time in a short amount of time because he was wanting to travel. Okay. Now let's use this as an example. And then this other client as an example. It really depends on what story are you telling yourself about what you're wanting to manifest? What story are you telling yourself about your own stories, right? Because you guys, if you want something and you desire it, you want to, first of all, not feel guilty, not feel ashamed, and not have a lot of thoughts running around and ideas that like, oh, I'm the only person that wants this. This is so unique. Like, I'm kind of weird. I'm non-traditional. If that's you, I've had a lot of clients over the years who in relationships are manifesting non-traditional things. It all comes up to the story that you're telling yourself. And then the story you're telling yourself about the story. Now, the easiest hack for all of this is just to be like, this is what I want. I'm worth it. I can have it. I'm enough. This is all happening easily for me. That's the mental diet. Now, like with this client, I'm always coming back to guiding everyone to, yes, have a list of things to focus on and have intentions, but that's not the answer either. It's really like coming to the place within and the idea that this is my projection and my reality. This is my experience. I'm confident within myself. I have a high level self-esteem. Therefore, I'm only going to think these thoughts about what's happening. What you don't need to understand is all of the other quantum mechanics and quantum things, because that's confusing, I think, for a lot of people. And it's still like an undefined level of research. What we know is so cool that your thoughts create and your thoughts influence everything. The thoughts that you think, you guys, are a thought form. They are a form that is molecular energy, just like this empty cup. Okay. So if you were to take a magnifying glass and look at this cup, you would see that it is a bunch of subatomic particles that are moving around. So yes, it's an object, but it's not really matter and solid the way that we think it is, which is just like anything that you're creating, right? So like as an example, we are remodeling our house. I work here in our back office, and the house itself is also molecular energy. So while we're going through this and while I'm creating like, okay, what are we doing? What's the best route? What's the best option? Are we going to put this here? Are we going to put that there? What is my opinion? What's my husband's opinion? What do I like care about? What do I not really care about? Right? It's keeping in mind that it's also subatomic particles that are energy. So it's overhearing, it's listening to us. It's hearing what's going on. Okay. So just like that, your specific person, your body, right? If you're focusing on manifesting weight loss, your body is listening to what you're thinking about. So you guys, let's use this as a wake-up call. If you're thinking that your body is X, Y, and Z, and it does X, Y, and Z, and it can't do X, Y, and Z, no, let's not think that. And let's be thinking, my body can do X, Y, and Z. My body can be A, B, C. I can use my thoughts in my mind to create exactly what I want, because this is up to me. I'm worth it. I'm enough. And this is so fun. This is so amazing. Okay. So let's rewind though to the client success story that I talked about. And what did she do? What didn't she do? Now, she dug her heels in with her decision that she was going to manifest him and that she was going to create this. There was not a lot of wavering. She had gotten to the point of, okay, I'm just deciding this is what I'm doing. So there wasn't a lot of thoughts of, maybe I can do this, maybe I can't do this, maybe I can create this, maybe I can't create this. And she got out of trying to really, really over function on how you create your reality. And I said, okay, let's just focus on your thoughts create. And I said, I do not think that you've actually been doing thought control or focusing on being empowered, having self-esteem and having self-confidence outside of him, and then knowing that you can do this, because that is also a key to anything, is knowing that you can do it. You have an excitement about it. You have a decision about it. You've got a passionate viewpoint about it, and allowing that to see you through. Now, if you're down and out about a specific person, or you feel like you are really in the place of the mind or of the thoughts of, I can't do this. This is so difficult. This is so hard for me. How am I going to make this happen? Use this as your tool to get out of that. We don't want to be in that place of the mind. Think that there are two places, because your neurons that think together, they're wired together in your mind like little roadblocks, like Legos. They're wired together, they fired together, and they like keeping you in thinking what you've always thought, because it just feels normal, it feels safe, it feels habitual. But you got to learn to snap yourself out of that, right? So doing this, telling yourself like, no, I am changing my thoughts. I'm thinking new thoughts on purpose. I am on the mental diet. My thoughts are key to everything. Because this is the thing. If you found law of assumption, or if you used to do law of attraction, now you do law of assumption, it doesn't matter unless you're changing your thoughts and changing your perspective, giving things new meaning, and not allowing things to mean rejection, not allowing things to mean abandonment, deciding like once and for all, I am not going to feel rejected. I am not going to reject myself and thinking I can't manifest this. I'm not going to abandon myself and abandon my manifestation. No, I am going to understand how to properly use my mind. And that's really mindset, right? You can be walking around saying like, I'm into I see this a lot on social media. I'm into mindset. Mindset's everything. But then the mind of that person, they're actually still thinking all the thoughts, right? Mindset is your thoughts. We have to be on a mental diet in order for it to change, because people in your reality, again, right? This is the fun stuff. Thought transmission is real. They overhear the thoughts that you think that they're thinking. But mainly, you guys, don't get caught up in like a bunch of affirmations about a person or a bunch of affirmations about a thing without forgetting the most important person. The most important component to any of your manifestations is you. So what are you thinking about yourself within that person? What are you thinking about yourself as a conscious creator? What are you thinking about yourself in whatever you are manifesting, right? So I had said that to this client, and I said, okay, but like, what do you think about yourself in terms of him, right? What do you truly think? And are you thinking on purpose? I am enough. I can have this. I am more than enough, right? I'm confident within myself. I have healed myself from all past issues. I am in my best expression now. I am empowered. I love myself. I like myself. I'm so funny. I'm so cute. I'm so hot. I said, so what are you thinking about yourself, right? Are you really taking manifesting so seriously, right? That you're just thinking, he's doing this, he's doing that. What's going on? Looking for it, wondering, over functioning in your reality and trying to micromanage every friggin' thing. Cause I see that a lot, right? Like that's no fun, right? It's no fun to think I'm a conscious creator. So therefore like I'm responsible for everything out here. So if like, I don't know, the trash doesn't get taken out on the right day, then like, oh my God, I created that. I manifested that. No, it's like you live in a physical reality. Things happen, or we don't want to give it the meaning that anything's against you. It's like, oh, the trash didn't get taken out. Well, okay, we're going to do it tomorrow. Moving on with the day as an example, right? But learning how to do that with your specific person or whatever you're specifically manifesting, 1000% necessary, 1000% necessary, because then you can stay in the appropriate thought space, the appropriate thought forms of being in your power, of owning the situation and being the center of the relationship. We're often giving power to other people by thinking, oh, well, they're thinking something against what I'm thinking, and they don't think that I'm this and all that. And no more of that. But you really, really have to get used to making this your inner lifestyle, making this really your inner mindset. Okay. So also, like, if you're new to using your mind and doing thought control and affirming for what you want and thinking of things on purpose, then this is going to feel very difficult for a little while. I also want to say, I'm not trying to put that out there and label it as that, but like, if you thought for so long, for let's say 20 years, 30 years, even 40 years, if you've thought a certain way for so long and you're hearing like, oh, I have to think like this, it's going to feel like this. You are going to feel like you're pushing a cart up a hill for a little while. I know I did when I first did a mental diet. So when I came to doing a true mental diet for myself and my reality and what was going on with me, I was already a hypnotherapist. I had already been a coach for a number of years. I had already bought and sold, or created and then sold, one business. So I had used my mind in a way to do these things. And I knew that I was already consciously creating. I had read The Secret. I had manifested on purpose a bunch of things. But when it came to love and relationships within me, there was still a story of abandonment, things not going right, things being difficult, things being so hard, and that it was easier for me to be alone and easier for me to do life as an individual because I was very good at that. Okay. So I began to see that there were patterns in my relationships, and I began to hear about this mental diet thing. And you've heard this in my videos, I think, but like, I thought, okay, like I can do everything else besides a mental diet, right? I can do hypnotherapy. I can do self-hypnosis. I can definitely visualize. I can, I was never into audio recording like on an app or anything, but I thought I could do everything else. Like I could even, I didn't do a lot of scripting. That didn't speak to me, but I could do everything else. I thought the one thing I didn't want to do was control my thoughts. But I thought, okay, I read Emmett Fox's book called The Mental Diet. I got really into Neville Goddard, obviously, because I'm here. And then I kind of had a light bulb moment and I thought, oh, wait a minute. What thoughts am I thinking about me within relationships? What thoughts am I thinking about me when I'm with him? Because that, that's could be them, but what thoughts am I thinking about me with him? And I thought, oh my gosh, that's where I got to change. Okay. So that began to be my journey. I think I had said in a couple of videos back, there was a guy that I was dating. I was singing a song from way back when, and then he repeated it back to me. And then it just got better and better and easier and easier. And I began really understanding, no, it is the power of my conscious thinking that sends out to all and that impresses me and then therefore projects into my reality. It's just my thoughts. So you guys use this as inspiration. Like all of us who are coaches have been exactly where you are at some point in our journey. Yes, I am married. Yes, we're remodeling our house, which is a huge deal, huge restart. And yes, I am now a mom and I have a son who is 18 months old, cute as a button. But that doesn't mean life is perfect. It doesn't mean it's the end of the journey. Even though I got to where I always wanted to be, along the way, there were so many hiccups. There were SPs this, SP that, learning to manifest this, getting over this belief, this assumption through my thinking. But what I wish I had known way back when was that it was just my conscious thoughts, how I was choosing to look at things and how I was labeling things that would come into my mind, and that you really have to intervene the story that you have been given. Now, the story that I was given was my 0 to 7, right? Of my individual story of my parents. And there was a lot of thought change I had to do, but it didn't take a long time. It didn't take years. It didn't take forever. And I'm so happy now to be an advocate of mental diet and of thinking thoughts, because it's a game changer, but you got to get into it, practice it, and overcome it. Now, this video has become something I didn't want it to be. People have asked for my personal story that really doesn't go so much into detail, but a lot more detail than I've said before, because that is what I want you to understand, is that you can do all the other things, right? But you got to really change your thinking. Your thoughts send to you. Your mind, your body overhears your thoughts. Everyone else overhears your thoughts. Your whole reality overhears your thoughts. Like I'm here again, I'm looking at the house that we're remodeling, right? And anyone that's done a full-blown remodel, you know that it comes with its hurdles, issues, things, contractors, etc. Now, it is my story, but like, when you're remodeling a whole house, there are a lot of factors and a lot of things to pick, right? So in any event, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking like, what am I thinking about the situation? And what is my story? And what am I labeling it as? What's going on? And how am I internalizing it, right? So you want to look at everything that way and use everything kind of as like a pet project. Everything is a new thing that's revealing your story within, the thoughts you think about it and all that, because I've been changing a lot of my thoughts about, oh no, we can remodel during the holidays with a baby. And it can be just like, it can be in the flow. It can all come together. All systems are a go. Everything is coming together for the conclusion of our beautiful home. Okay. But you want to persist in that, right? No matter what is happening. So that means like, even if Like yesterday, we had floors delivered, right? If they didn't get delivered on time, then I'd still be thinking, oh no, this is working out for our beautiful home. This is all coming together. I can totally do this during the holidays when we have like 10 parties planned and I have to get ready. And, you know, I also care about that and wanting to be having everything kind of be working out so that we can have kind of like enjoying the holiday season as a family, right? But you got to persist no matter what you're seeing, because what's the other option is to think this isn't working out. This reminds me of all the things that haven't worked out for me. Going into the place of life's kind of against me. I've got to fight to make this happen. And like, where are we? No, you don't have to do any of that. And you don't have to be Mr. or Mrs. Perfect either. You can also be like, oh my gosh, there's so many things going on and I have new thoughts to think. And this is a little bit challenging for a little while, but like, this is getting me to where I want to be. Because the more that you think this is getting me to where I want to be, guess what, guys? Then this gets you to where you want to be, right? So just decide, think, affirm. Listen to this video a couple of times. I've said a lot of things that I hadn't planned on. I intend it makes sense and that everyone likes it, everyone gets it, and that it's inspiring on this Monday, right? We are here to inspire and uplift each other, and we are coming to the end of the year. So let's start the new year out with no matter what is going on with you, your specific person, money, etc., whatever you're manifesting, that it's all working out in your favor. Take that perspective, run with it, dedicate yourself to it. Have some laughs, like, you know, make yourself smile a little bit, have some humor going on. Try to be a little bit lighthearted about these things because that also really helps. Just because, you know, your body is listening, your neurons are listening, your whole body is listening. And we're only here for a short amount of time, you guys. Like, you're in this body, you're in this place you're at for a finite amount of time for an experience, and then you go to your next. It's my opinion, right? So like, let's love it. Let's really learn to dig our heels into loving it and embracing it, okay? And I love all of you guys. I'm sending you big hugs during this time of year, and for you to spend the holidays in your best self, feeling confident, having a self-esteem, feeling safe, secure, and happy, and that everything is working for you, okay? I will see you in my next video and have an awesome day. Bye.